dawn does not ask our permission to arrive. It comes as it always has, silent, indifferent, untroubled by our anxieties. And so we rise into a world already in motion, a world that will not bend itself to our preferences. This is where our work begins, each morning, before the noise of the day gathers strength. We stand at the threshold between what is within us and what is beyond us. We feel the weight of unfinished tasks, uncertain outcomes, unpredictable people. We feel the familiar pull of fear, anger, and desire, those ancient forces that promise control but deliver only turmoil. And here, in the stillness, we remember a simple truth once written by Epictetus: some things are up to us and some things are not. If we grasp this fully, if we dare to live it, our lives change. First, we separate what is ours from what is not. Our thoughts, our judgments, our choices, these are ours. The weather, the market, the opinions of others, the past, these are not. We repeat this division until it becomes bone-deep understanding. We have suffered not because events were cruel, but because we demanded that they be different. We have raged not because the world wronged us, but because it refused to obey us. Each morning we ask, what today truly belongs to me? Not the outcome of the meeting, not the approval of strangers, not even the health of this fragile body in the long run. What belongs to us is our response. We choose clarity over confusion. We choose discipline over impulse. We choose courage over complaint. This is the first act of freedom. Second, we confront destructive emotions before they take root. Anger whispers that we have been insulted. Envy insists we have been deprived. Fear predicts catastrophe before evidence has even appeared. Yet, as Seneca warned, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. We know this intimately. How many battles have we fought in our minds that never occurred? How many nights have we surrendered to scenarios born entirely of assumption? Each morning, we examine our emotions as a commander inspects troops. We do not suppress them blindly. We interrogate them. Is this anger justified, or is it wounded pride? Is this fear protective, or is it cowardice in disguise? Is this desire noble, or is it addiction wearing elegant clothes? We discover that emotion, left unchecked, becomes a tyrant. But examined under the light of reason, it shrinks. It becomes information rather than authority. We are not here to be ruled by storms within. We are here to master them. Third, we accept the nature of the world. The world is change. People will misunderstand us. Plans will fail. Bodies will age. Fortune will fluctuate. To resist this is to resist reality itself. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private reflections, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is not passive resignation. It is fierce alignment with truth. When we accept that obstacles are inevitable, we stop being shocked by them. When we understand that betrayal is part of human frailty, we stop being shattered by it. When we recognize that loss is woven into existence, we stop living in denial. Acceptance is not weakness. It is strategic clarity. The archer cannot command the wind, but she can steady her aim. We cannot command circumstances, but we can refine our character. Fourth, we discipline our attention. The modern world profits from our distraction. It feeds us outrage, comparison, endless stimulation. It scatters our focus until we are fragmented, externally reactive and internally hollow. But attention is a sacred resource. Where it goes, our life follows. Each morning we reclaim it. We decide what deserves our mental energy. We refuse to rehearse insults. We refuse to obsess over outcomes. We refuse to relive the past like a prisoner pacing a cell. Instead, we bring our awareness back to this moment, this breath, this action before us. When washing our face, we wash our face. When writing, we write. When speaking, we speak with intention. This may seem small. It is not. A life is nothing more than a series of moments attended to or ignored. When we attend with discipline, we build depth. When we scatter ourselves, we decay. Fifth, we choose virtue over validation. There is a quiet hunger within us, the desire to be seen, praised, approved. It drives careers, relationships, even morality itself. But external validation is unstable currency. Today they applaud. Tomorrow they condemn. If our peace depends on their approval, we will live in perpetual anxiety. Instead, we anchor ourselves in character, integrity when no one watches, patience when provoked, honesty when deception would be easier, courage when retreat would be comfortable. The ancient teachers spoke not of fame or influence, but of virtue, wisdom, justice, self-control, courage. These are not abstract ideals. They are daily practices. When we act from virtue, we become independent of applause. We become steady, unshakable. We cannot control whether others respect us, but we can ensure that we respect ourselves. Sixth, we rehearse adversity. This is not pessimism. It is preparation. We imagine setbacks, not to frighten ourselves, but to reduce their power. If the deal collapses, will we still stand? If criticism comes, will we still act rightly? If illness visits, will we still maintain dignity? By contemplating hardship in advance, we strip it of surprise. And surprise is often the sharpest edge of suffering. We tell ourselves, this too is part of the human condition. When difficulty arrives, and it will be greeted, not as an intruder, but as a teacher, every insult becomes training in patience. Every delay becomes training in endurance. Every loss becomes training in detachment. We do not ask, why is this happening to me? We ask, how can this shape me? And slowly we become resilient. Seventh, we remember our mortality. This is the final anchor of perspective. The day we are about to live will never return. The faces we see will not always be there. The body we inhabit is temporary housing. Far from depressing us, this realization sharpens our purpose. Why waste time resenting what we cannot control? Why cling so tightly to outcomes that will fade? Why surrender our inner peace over trivialities? When we remember that life is finite, we become ruthless about what deserves our energy. Pettiness falls away. Ego softens. Gratitude deepens. We act well not because we expect eternal reward, but because this moment is all we are guaranteed. And so, each morning, we stand at a crossroads. On one path lies fear, complaint, endless striving to command what cannot be commanded. On the other path lies mastery, discipline of thought, acceptance of reality, commitment to virtue. We cannot walk both. To let go of what we cannot control is not to abandon responsibility. It is to assume true responsibility. It is to reclaim sovereignty over the only domain that has ever truly been ours. The inner world. We will still feel emotion. We will still face injustice. We will still encounter chaos. But we will not be defined by them. When insulted, we will pause. When afraid, we will examine. When frustrated, we will recalibrate. When uncertain, We will return to principle. We will remind ourselves that no external force can compel us to abandon our character without our consent. And when the day ends, whether in triumph or setback, we will ask not, did the world treat us fairly? But, did we live according to our highest standard? If we did, then we have already won. Let others chase control over markets, reputations, and outcomes. Let them exhaust themselves wrestling with inevitabilities. We will do quieter work. We will refine our judgments. We will discipline our impulses. We will align ourselves with reality rather than fight it. We will transform destructive emotion into deliberate action in this way. Nothing external can truly defeat us. The storm may rage, but it cannot enter unless we open the door. Fortune may fluctuate, but it cannot dictate our values. Time may pass, but it cannot erase a life lived with integrity. So tomorrow morning, when the first light touches the horizon, we will rise again. We will breathe deeply. We will remember what is ours. We will release what is not. And in that release, we will find strength, not loud strength, not boastful strength, but the quiet, immovable strength of those who have learned that the greatest empire they will ever govern is, let go of what you cannot control, and master what you can.